JTMM.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka The Freaking 10, back again with another VINTERSEA. This one is the Holy Procession. This is one of several that the band recommended I could go look at next. So that's what I'm doing. Thoroughly enjoyed the interactions. Can't speak highly enough of them. So if you're looking for a band to support, definitely give them a watch. I'll always have the official link, so go drop them a like and a subscribe over there, so that if you want to go watch the video, they can get credit for it, as they will here once I reach my monetization, which hopefully is soon, because of the wonderful, wonderful people who are following. I appreciate it greatly. I can't mention enough about the support. It's been fantastic. So with that being said, I got my lyrics, I got my video, I got my monitor. There's only one more thing to do. Let's switch it up. All right, looks like we are good. Audio is good. And it looks like sound level is good. With that being said, let's rock and roll. There's that voice. Okay, I gotta stop because I want to go over these lyrics up here. First of all, I'm gonna mark this 2:14. I have to go back because there's something that I want y'all to hear from a vocal perspective that has to be appreciated. And I want to say it was right there. Y'all humor me for a second. Okay. When she says, "Let me partake," right? Listen to the breathiness that she puts into that. It's almost a spoken word. It's almost a spoken word, but it has that breathiness to it. That's a cool little switch up in there. Okay, let me go back to this 2:14 mark here. I had to go admire that because that breathiness was very cool. But let's look at the actual lyrics. The holy procession will guide my way. Let me partake on the waters another day. The spring of salvation has sailed away. The embers of my youth shall fade to gray. The roads we trudge to find us perishing. As we walk on the plains of the open road, we're guided by the shadow to find the light. Self-sacrificial emulation to pay for every sin we make. And the liturgy unfolds its teeth over me, let the mysteries slip slowly under. When I sleep, I'll pray for retribution, hold my hand and wait for this destruction. I really like the line of we're guided by the shadow to find the light. Self-sacrificial immolation to pay for every sin we make. We're guided by the shadow to find the light. Don't ask me why. That's just a very cool lyric. I apologize. Lyric. I apologize for the pause there. I'm interested to see where this goes because I really like the switch that they did, going from the softness, and at least from the songs I've heard, she doesn't use that true voice enough because she has such a natural, nice singing voice, and again that breathiness that she threw in there was fantastic. I'm digging this one. Let's go back a little bit. All right. So before we go to the next one, let me get through these next set of lyrics real quick. Follow me, erase your sin, retribution. Burning wilds will cry thy name in silence. Follow me, erase your sin, retribution. Burning wilds will cry thy name in silence. It's just, it's very well written. I like one thing she does that I've heard Tatiana do a couple of times, but I noticed that what she does with this song, she'll go into the lower growl but then come up, and I don't know what you would call that higher range of it, but the switch between those two is really cool because it breaks up the emphasis of what they're saying, right? Because you're kind of getting that, I'll just say devilish growl, but then it switches almost to a witch's cackle, and I that's the only way I can really describe it. And cackle's not the right word, but you would picture it kind of being going from a demon voice into almost like a witch's voice or a sorceress's voice. The ability to do that, I think, is really cool. I've heard Tatiana do that a couple times. I haven't heard Courtney do it. But I really dig that. These lyrics are absolutely insane. But let's finish the song. It's a longer song, so actually no. Let's get into the rest of it. Visuals are killer.
Until I'm falling, lights go out in unison to break. The holy procession will guide my way. Let me partake of the waters another day. The spring of salvation has sailed away. The embers of my youth shall fade. Fade to the holy procession will guide my way.
Nice mix.
Partake of the waters another day. The spring of salvation has sailed away. The
That's a really cool mix.
embers shall fade, fade to gray.
Oh, nice switch. I'm letting it play through till the end. I like this transition. Well deserved, well deserved. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me stop. My apologies. One take here, so I apologize for that. All right, let me switch it back here. Let me see if I can process in my head here. Because waken the antidote of my slumber, shake until the end of time. On everything that I once knew, wave collide beneath my skin. Until I'm fallen, light go out to unison to break my way. But it's interesting because the holy procession will guide my way. Let me partake on the waters another day. The spring of salvation has sailed away. The embers of my youth shall fade to gray. So here's what's interesting, right? I think most people will know what I'm going to say about how long it was. Knowing how the band operates in a few conversations with them, I know there's a reason for it, right? And I realize that most bands have a reason for making certain parts long. What was interesting to me is the live version and how this would be played versus what's almost a short film. And judging by Carl's brilliance with Crack a Light, I'd be interested to know how much influence you had on this one, Carl. Because this is a elongated story of a sense, because you've got this preacher that is telling these people that they're sinners and they need to repent and they need to be saved, and yet he kills them. And going back to the lyric, and this may have been intentional or maybe it's just my interpretation, but follow the shadow to find the light. Well, they followed the shadow. The shadow was evil, and he ended up killing them into the light. Don't know if that was intentional, but that's just a short interpretation of that. What I found fascinating, I mean, number one, the guy that played the preacher was played it perfectly. It works in the film, what I would call the short film. I'm very curious on how you would perform this live. If you would have those certain parts right in the middle where it's kind of that instrumental break. If you would perform that at the same length, or would you cut out some of those bars to shorten it down? Because you're not setting up the same visuals as you would with this video. I'm just very curious. I see this as October of last year, so I don't know if necessarily you've had a chance to play this one live due to the crapdemic. Curious on that. Because the instrumentals were great, and I'm not taking away from those. Again, in her, when she throws in that let me partake, and she puts that breathiness into it, and really she this is the song where I kind of see it as the, I don't want to say breakout, that's too extreme of a word, but really her natural singing voice shines, because you do have all of those octaves in your range, along with the growl and then the scream. I think the only part is really that instrumental in the middle that to me was longer. It works in this sense of setting it up, but I'd be very curious on the live version if y'all would do the same. Very, very curious on that. Overall, I love the story that it told. I mean, geez Louise, that dude was just leading everybody to death, and then thankfully he got his in the end. But you could take this song so many different ways. I realize I'm at 21 minutes with this, but you could really take this so many ways. I mean, if you look at religion today and how many false prophets there are that claim to be the light, and yet they're nothing but darkness for people. I mean, you could take it that way. You could take it many, many different ways, but that was brilliant. That was really, really cool. Yeah, let me know on that middle piece. I'm very curious on that. That's going to do it for me on this video, guys. I do have another VINTERSEA song being released at the same time. I'm giving y'all a double dose today. So check out for that one over there. I think that one's Fiery Tongue that's also coming out at the same time. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share. On my way to that first 1,000 users, because by no means when we hit that 1K am I stopping. It's only going to get better from here, and I can't do that without the support of each and every one of you. Guys, always remember, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2. And if you ask for 5 minutes, I'm sending her to your home, and she's going to drown you. Okay, not really, okay? But she's going to find y'all. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys, if someone asks you to stop what you're doing, I really got to stop doing this crap. If someone asks you to stop what you're doing, don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and please don't ask for 5. Always ask for just 10 more minutes. I love each and every one of y'all. I am out.
JTMM.